Have you ever walked away from someone and thought, why do I feel smaller after talking to them? Nothing dramatic happened. No screaming, no obvious insult, but your chest feels tight. Your mind keeps replaying the conversation, and somehow, you feel guilty, even though you didn't do anything wrong. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Not everyone who gets close to you is trying to love you. Some people get close to study you, use you, and slowly drain your peace, while looking perfectly calm doing it. In this video, I'm going to share 7 dark signs you're in the company of an evil person. Evil not in a Hollywood way, but in a psychological and moral way. A person who can harm you without remorse and still sleep well at night. And stay to the end, because the final sign isn't something they do. It's something your body does. And it might be the most accurate warning system you've ever ignored. This isn't meant to make you paranoid. It's meant to make you clear. Stoicism gives you the inner discipline to stay calm. Machiavelli gives you the brutal honesty to see people as they are, not as you wish they were. We're going to combine both. Stoic clarity, control your response, protect your mind, keep your dignity. Machiavellian realism, understand motives, recognize manipulation, exit without drama. Let's begin. Sign 1. They feel no guilt, only inconvenience. A healthy person might mess up, but you'll usually feel something real. Remorse, reflection, a desire to repair. An evil person doesn't feel guilt the same way. They don't think, I hurt you. They think, this is annoying. You'll notice it in small moments. Maybe they forget something important to you and act like you're too sensitive. Cross a line, then complain about your reaction. Apologize, but it feels like reading from a script. You get an, I'm sorry, but you don't get accountability. And if you look closely, their behavior doesn't change. I've seen this in workplaces a lot. Someone throws you under the bus in a meeting, then later they say, hey, no hard feelings, right? Like you're both on the same team. Or someone says something cutting, then smiles and says, relax, I'm just being honest. That's not honesty. That's permission to harm. Stoic move. Stop arguing with their narrative. You don't need them to understand. You need clarity. Ask yourself one question. Do their actions improve after they apologize? Machiavellian move. Treat repeated harm as data, not drama. People reveal their values through repetition. If someone harms you twice the same way, it's not a mistake. It's a strategy. Practical action. Stop giving third chances. Keep interactions brief, factual, and unemotional. Remove access to the parts of you they don't deserve. Your time, your trust, your personal story. Because a person with no guilt has no internal brake. That means you become the brake by limiting access. Sign 2. They create emotional confusion wherever they go. Some people don't control you with force. They control you with fog. You talk to them, and later you replay the conversation like a detective. They said one thing, but their tone suggested another. They were joking, but it landed like a weapon. They acted supportive, but left you feeling exposed. You start questioning yourself. Did I misunderstand? Am I overreacting? Maybe I'm the problem. That's the trap. One of the most common patterns is gaslighting, but it doesn't always look obvious. Sometimes it's subtle. I never said that. You're remembering it wrong. You're being emotional. I can't talk to you when you're like this. And slowly, you begin to doubt your own perception. That's not a communication issue. That's a control strategy. Stoic move. Clarity over comfort. If a relationship constantly costs you mental clarity, it's not deep, it's toxic. Machiavellian move. Document patterns. Not to start a war, just to protect your mind. When someone manipulates reality, your best defense is memory plus evidence. Practical action. After important conversations, write a 2-line summary. What was said, what was agreed. Watch for the pattern. Do they always misunderstand in a way that benefits them? When they twist words, don't chase them. Say, that's not how I experienced it. This is what I'm going to do. Notice the shift. You're not begging them to validate your reality. You're asserting your direction. Confusion is not a sign of complexity. It's often a sign of manipulation. Sign 3. They study you without compassion. An evil person can listen extremely well, but they're not listening to understand you. They're listening to map you. At first, it feels flattering. They remember details. They ask questions. They seem present. But later, those details come back in strange ways. In arguments, they hit the exact insecurity you once confessed. They make jokes that are perfectly aimed at your weak spot. They bring up your past right when you're trying to set a boundary. And here's what hurts. You realize your vulnerability became a weapon in their hands. This happens in relationships and friendships all the time. Someone learns what you're ashamed of, then uses it to keep you obedient. I'm the only one who tolerates you. No one else would deal with your issues. After what you've been through, you should be grateful. That's not support. That's ownership. Stoic move. Practice restraint with your inner life. Not everyone deserves your truth. Machiavellian move. Control information flow. Power is not about domination. It's about not being easily exploited. Practical action. Stop telling personal stories to people who haven't earned trust. Share slowly. Watch what they do with small truths before giving big ones. If someone uses your vulnerability against you once, that's a permanent signal. A simple rule. People who love you protect your soft spots. People who use you aim at them. Sign 4. They are calm when you're in pain. This is one of the darkest signs because it's not about words. It's about their nervous system. A normal person, when someone they care about is hurting, shows concern. Their energy shifts. An evil person can stay disturbingly calm, or worse, quietly entertained. You're going through something, stress, grief, anxiety, a bad week, and they act like it's nothing. Or they show concern, but it feels cold, performative. Sometimes they even trigger you on purpose. They provoke an emotional reaction, then watch you like a scientist. They push a sensitive topic, then say, "I just wanted to see how you'd react." And if you break down, they punish you for it. You're too much. You're unstable. This is why people leave you. That's not accidental cruelty. That's a person testing how far they can go. Stoic move. Compassion is strength, but it must include yourself. You are allowed to protect your peace. Machiavellian move. Never show raw emotion to someone who enjoys your pain, not because you're weak, but because you're giving them leverage. Practical action. When you feel vulnerable, don't go to them for comfort. Go to safe people or solitude. Keep your reactions minimal, calm, short sentences. If they poke you for a reaction, respond like a wall, not discussing that. I'm stepping away. And then, actually step away. If your pain feeds their ego, you're not in safe company. You're in the company of someone who sees suffering as entertainment. Sign 5. They never accept responsibility. Accountability is where trust begins. An evil person avoids responsibility like it's poison. Everything is always someone else's fault. You made me do it. You misunderstood. That's just how I am. If you didn't act that way, I wouldn't react like this. They rewrite the story until they're always the victim or the hero. And here's the exhausting part. You start doing emotional labor for two people. You carry the guilt, the repair work, the self-reflection, while they keep repeating the same behaviors. This is common in toxic work culture too. A leader makes a bad decision, then blames the team for poor results. A co-worker causes chaos, then calls you difficult for pointing it out. Stoic move. Focus on what you can control, your boundaries, your choices, your exit plan. Machiavellian move. Stop trying to convince them. People who refuse responsibility aren't confused. They're protected by denial. Practical action. Don't debate facts endlessly. State what you will do. I'm not continuing this unless there's accountability. Reduce dependency. The more you rely on them, the more they can distort reality without consequences. If it's a workplace, keep records, keep emails, keep receipts, not out of paranoia, out of professional survival. Accountability is not a personality trait. It's a signal of moral health.
Sign 6. They disrespect boundaries subtly but consistently. The point. An evil person rarely storms through boundaries at first. They test them. They push gently. They watch your reaction. And if you hesitate, they push more. It starts small. They make you feel guilty for saying no. They act offended when you need space. They joke about your standards. They ask for favors that feel one-sided. Then it gets heavier. They punish you emotionally when you assert yourself. They withdraw affection. They create drama. They gossip about you to others for having boundaries. And over time, you feel trained to avoid conflict. So you become smaller, quieter, more compliant. That's how control happens. Not all at once, slowly. Stoic move. Boundaries are not aggression, they're self-respect. Machiavellian move. Boundaries are also a test of character. A good person hears no and adjusts. A manipulator hears no and strategizes. Practical action. Practice short boundary lines you can repeat. No, that doesn't work for me. I'm not available for that. Don't over-explain. Explanations create openings for negotiation. If they keep pushing, escalate consequences. Less access, less information, less time. Here's a hard truth. Someone who repeatedly crosses your boundaries is not misunderstanding. They're testing how controllable you are. Sign 7. Your intuition is never calm around them. This is the final sign, and it's the one people ignore the most because they can't prove it. But your body notices patterns before your mind can justify them. You can't explain it logically, but around them. Your shoulders tense, your breathing gets shallow, your mind stays alert, your peace disappears. Then you leave, and you feel relief, like your nervous system finally got permission to relax. You tell yourself, maybe it's just anxiety. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe I'm being unfair. But what if it's not anxiety? What if it's intelligence? Your intuition is often just your brain doing fast pattern recognition, micro expressions, tone shifts, inconsistencies, subtle disrespect, things you don't consciously track. Stoicism respects reason, but it doesn't demand you ignore nature. Your nervous system is part of your nature. Stoic move. Listen without panic. Not every uneasy feeling means danger, but repeated unease is a signal. Machiavellian move. Don't confront, don't expose, don't announce. Just adjust distance. Practical action. Notice your body before your mind starts making excuses. If you feel tense every time, reduce exposure. If you must interact, work/family, shift to a professional mode. Polite, brief, emotionally neutral. And here's the strongest move. You don't need proof to protect your peace. You only need a pattern. Let's make this actionable. If you recognize several of these signs in someone, here's the combined approach. 1. Stop feeding them access. No more deep confessions, no more emotional essays, no more trying to be understood. 2. Reduce contact without drama. Drama gives them attention and leverage. Distance removes their influence. 3. Stay calm on purpose. Not to be nice, to be unplayable. Calm makes you hard to manipulate. 4. Move in silence. You don't need to announce boundaries to someone who enjoys breaking them. You enforce them with action. 5. Choose your environment. A lot of suffering comes from staying too long in the wrong room with the wrong people. Machiavelli would say, protect your position. Stoicism would say, protect your character. Together they mean, protect your mind, protect your dignity, protect your time. So the 7 dark signs are: 1. No guilt, only inconvenience. 2. Emotional confusion follows them. 3. They study you without compassion. 4. They're calm when you're in pain. 5. They never accept responsibility. 6. They test and disrespect boundaries. 7. Your intuition never feels safe around them. If you recognize someone in this list, don't hate yourself for it. Most of us weren't trained to spot manipulation. We were trained to be nice, give chances, and see the good. That's why this knowledge matters. Not to make you hard, but to make you free. If this helped you put words to something you felt for a long time, hit like, so more people who need clarity can find it. And if you want more content that combines Stoic calm with real-world strategy, subscribe. New videos every week. One question for you: which sign hit you the hardest, and what did it remind you of? Drop it in the comments. I read them, and you're not alone in this.